It's been coming up like sun above. It's making us come together. Been making plans and joining hands. Come by me, stand and come together. When they know we've had enough, they'll try and call our bluff. But no, there's no stopping us. We're making a promise. Yeah, we're starting up something. We're starting up something. Oh, yeah, we're starting up something. We're starting up something. Oh, we're starting up something. We're starting up something. Oh, yeah, we're starting up something. We're starting up something. They say we're weak when we don't speak, but they don't see us come together. Behind closed doors, we choose love, not war. It's at our core when we come together. They will hear us loud and clear. We'll walk right through the fear. And then once we'll all appear and say, we're standing right here, come on. Yeah, we're starting up something. We're starting up something. Oh, yeah, we're starting up something. We're starting up something. Oh, yeah, we're starting up something. We're starting up something. Oh, yeah, we're starting up something. We're starting up something. Oh, yeah, we're starting up something. We're starting up something. Oh, yeah, we're starting up something. We're starting up something.
What's up, everybody? How are we doing today? Happy Saturday. I don't know about you guys, but I'm excited. I got a good weekend ahead of me. I get to go hassle Fedora and his team. I get to terrorize my wife for a while. So, yeah, I'm excited. It's going to be a fun weekend. And I'm paying for it already, but that's neither here nor there. And you know what? Honestly, I love the videos, not just for, I love doing them because they're fun. But let's be honest. The soundtracks that surprisingly I found with them just fit. And the P3 video, which you just watched as our intro, is very fitting. We are starting up something. There is something in the works. We've been, blasting P3. We've been promoting it. We've been sharing everybody out. We've become one hell of a community and a family. And I love each and every one of them. And today, folks, we are here to welcome two brand new, well, semi-brand new. The one's been with us for a little bit. I've just been waiting for somebody else to come on, and that somebody else finally did after a couple of bribes and PayPals, right? Right? Yeah. I see him back there. Just yeah. No. But we're going to greet him today. We're going to welcome him officially to the P3 family. So let's start off with a good friend of mine. And I met this guy actually through Emmy. I met him through Emmy and our sister Patty, the paranormal queen. Met him through them. And when we first started chatting, he just was like, yeah, let's do it. He's like, I like what you're doing. Let's do it. And he didn't even give me a chance to say anything else. So ladies and gentlemen, please help me welcome to the P3 family, James Dawson. What's up, brother?
Hello. Hello.
He's rocking a Kiss shirt, and Steven just popped in right here. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. He's rocking a Kiss shirt. The other individual, the other brother, everybody knows him. Everybody knows him. And if you don't know him, that's a big freaking rock you're under. Just saying. If you've seen the show, number one, I'm sorry. But two, you definitely know this name. You've seen him somewhere because just like me, he likes to get it. He likes to get around, don't we? We love getting around. You know him from a lot of different shows. You know him from this show. We shouted him out numerous times. He's been on the Paracrew podcast, and he finally finally joined, ladies and gentlemen, our brother, Brian John Laverty. What's up, brother?
It's going, peeps.
How's
it going?
Oh, it's going. I'm actually excited. I'm excited for a lot of different things, and I'm really excited for this video because, honestly, I've been waiting for Brian. I'm waiting for you and I to do this video for a while now.
Well, in my defense, I will say I have been a supporter of your program.
And I will admit that. And you know what? And we really appreciate it. And when I first started the P3, I'll be honest with everybody. I didn't know where it was going to go. I thought, okay, I mean, I'm kind of, I wasn't really well known, and there really wasn't much going on. And, I just wanted a community at first, and then it turned into a family, and then we started growing. And I have to admit, Brian, you've been supporting me and what I've been doing ever since we met. And I really appreciate it. I really do. Wholeheartedly, I mean it. And I'm just, when you said about signing the contract yesterday, I was like, are you kidding me? Hell yes, let's go. But I didn't want to announce it till the ink was dry.
Yeah, I know. And no, Aaron, I'm not thinking about pizza anymore.
I saw that. What's up, Georgia? How are you? Welcome. Christina's in the room as always. Hello.
I'm one of those people who might think about it for a day or two and then eventually leaves my mind.
Wait a minute.
How did that happen? Do we have the real James Dawson up on the live right now, or is
the real James Dawson? Please stand up.
Yes.
This is the clone.
Yeah. Oh, okay. We're not good enough for the real one. What's up, Nando? Lurker.
Uh-oh.
See,
here we go.
We were talking about
fight the power. And I've already told Matt, please do not try to convince me to come on to that fight the power stuff, because it's not going to happen.
We were talking about Hey Dude in the back, and for those who don't know about Hey Dude, you definitely wait a minute. Will you stop it? You're confusing me. I'm easily confused. There's going to be a show, and Howard explains it so much better. That we have Hey Boo over on Paralinks, and he wants to do one that's Hey Dude, all about fighting the power. If you know, you know.
What I'm trying to get or wrap my head around is, I understand the whole fight the power thing, but do you guys want women to like you or not to like you?
I'm married. I don't.
I've been saying, Matt, we're going to watch your wife fight. It's going to be a pay-per-view murder, like you said.
Yeah, and and I agreed with James on that, but I think it's going to be a slow death one, so you will be able to film it.
Well, you can guarantee it will be on the live, and it will be a pay-per-view event. Oh yeah, we'll have it all planned out. Don't worry.
Hey, we can move it over to OnlyFans then.
Ooh. As long as I can show my feet, I guess I'll be all right.
I think that's a possible Rocco show.
Yeah.
We could start a new thing. It's called Marriage Battle or something. It's like MMA, but husband and wife just in the ring. Wait, where's Victor? Victor, you know about this. Where you at, brother?
But I understand the whole thing. I'm married thing, and I get it. Doesn't matter. But if your wife does not support it, then you actually have a woman that's beside you that is angry, that can do a long, slow death over a 2-month period. And, her defense would be, well, it could be several things, actually.
See, my wife has a lot of sharp and pointy objects all over the studio. Yes. So if it's going to happen, it's going to be live. She's going to make a statement.
And knowing that Matt is the podcast SL.T, he was on live while he was in the bathtub, and all of a sudden the laptop fell into the bathtub.
How fitting would it be an electrician dying of electrocution?
Yeah, there you go.
Actually, that wouldn't work anymore.
If she's watching, you're giving her ideas.
Yes.
I don't need to give her ideas. She's thought about it 7 different ways. And the sad thing is that she's already told me. She's like,
there
"Oh,
you
I
go.
have it
That's-
planned out. I have it
Oh,
planned
that's
out."
scary. That's scary.
I'm like, okay. So Georgia's saying she wants to learn about the paranormal. Well, Georgia, there are a lot of amazing groups and a lot of amazing shows out there. And, the Paracrew podcast, we do talk about the paranormal through the lens that Brian runs with Lex Paranormal. They do an amazing job as well. There's a lot of, I don't know which channel. I just see you're on Facebook, Georgia, but guarantee you anywhere you're watching, you will find some really good content with a lot of great investigators and a lot of great people. 100%. 100%. So we are here to welcome you guys to the P3 family. And I know we've privately spoken about it, but I think it's good to celebrate things openly and in the public. Let everyone celebrate with us. So we'll start off, James, with you, since you joined prior. So my first question to you is why? Why did you want to join? Because you were, like I said in the intro, you were all like, let's go. Like, sign me up, send it. Why haven't you sent it yet? Let's go. Why? Why do you hesitate or the rush?
Why you gotta put me on the spot like that, Matt? No,
I'm a show host. That's what I do.
no, I mean, I agree that there should be more unity in the groups, and we can get all of this shared out and help support of each other.
See,
absolutely. So what drew you then to the P3?
I've actually been watching for a while secretly, and you knew that because I would just lurk around. And
I already have a lurker. He's right there.
And of course, with Patty as well, because she would talk to me behind the scenes, and it's like, well, yeah, I'm definitely interested in this.
Okay, all right. So, I guess the next question then to be is, so what are you looking forward to? Like, what are you looking forward to the P3? Like, what are some things that you're not expecting, but you're hoping to get out of it?
Unity, more than anything, unity, support, and loyalty out of everybody, because we all need to come together as a family and support each other. There's too much bickering and too much drama that circulates in the other.
We all know nothing about that.
Oh yeah,
No,
it's
nothing about that.
I mean, it's
Oh, the messages I could show you.
And that's absolutely ridiculous. It's just unity. That's what I expect out of it. Unity.
Cool.
And support.
Well, I will say I'm hoping, and this isn't Joe for just you two, but for everybody in the P3, I hope we live up to it. I hope we live up to that expectation, because honestly, everyone signed the agreement. I'm not even going to call it a contract anymore. It's an agreement. It is what it is. It's an agreement. We're agreeing to be there, support, share, do what we can to promote each other. And, these shows, we talk about it, and I feel the P3 should be the example of this. We celebrate together. We cry together. We had one of our brothers they had a loss in their family recently. Guarantee you we all felt it. That's what this is about. And it doesn't matter where you're from.
Mm-mm.
It matters, that you have that network and that support system. So I'm hoping that we can all live up to that expectation. Now, Brian, you've been like you said, you've been a supporter for a long damn time, and we all appreciate it. I mean, if we didn't appreciate it, obviously, you wouldn't be right. Para wouldn't be right there.
No, this
wouldn't be in all the videos, including the P3. And now I got to change it, which is good because we are making a new P3 video. Actually, Aaron Hoffman from A Beyond Magazine and Spectre Radio. We're working on a brand new one. Now we got to move you from the supporter to the family member, which I'm honored and glad about.
And I'll send you a new pic.
Okay. Well, I want to use that one I used. No.
And well,
we can use the drive-through one.
I'll be honest, I'm not a big fan of that. I'm not a big fan of that pic, but for this to get out there, I'm actually working on a new logo for Hauntphobia.
Ooh.
So I think it's going to look really, really good, and I think it's going to stand out. But anyways, go on. Sorry,
No, you're good. You're good.
Yeah,
You're good. I'm actually excited. I'm excited to see this new logo. And again, that's one of the things that I'm, the P3 is about. We look forward to seeing it too, because we want to celebrate it. We want to share it out and blast it out. So why my big question, and we spoke about this earlier, why the change? Why did you want to go from the supportive role to being in the family? I mean, you were already in the family, but
yeah, it's pretty simple. I was pressured, and
which, by the way, did that
repeatedly. When am I signing up? From yours truly over there, and
James, I told you about that. Which, by the way, did the PayPal go through okay?
Yeah, it's fine. I got it yesterday, and obviously it wasn't enough. But no, I'm just kidding.
Cleaned me out.
But I just honestly, over the several months that I've been a supporter, obviously I was more interested in being a part of it than being just a supporter. I really think what it comes down to it, and it wasn't necessarily anything in the P3 program, and I don't want people to take this the wrong way. Okay, it wasn't necessarily anything in the P3 program that made me sign up. Mm-hmm. It was the people that were in it that were supporting what I do, which made me decide to be in it. So as for yourself, Matt, like Sarah, like Lurker, the other people in your program, Marcus and what he's doing for the Global Ghost Hunt, and Mark, what he did for my birthday, what you guys did for my birthday, for that birthday video that you guys did. I think that was the reason why I joined. It wasn't about the program itself. It was about the people in it that made me decide to join and be more than just a supporter, than being a part of it. And Matt told me something yesterday that, I don't know, it's public knowledge. I don't think it is, but he told me something yesterday, and I made it clear in my email when I sent the contract or the agreement that it had nothing to do with that. So I know that's kind of a roundabout kind of thing, and I'm sure you'll eventually come out with whatever.
I have no secret.
Whenever you want to tell people.
So. No, if you want to go ahead, brother, go for it. I have no secret.
No, I won't do that. That's your news. So, at the end of the day, like I said a few times, it wasn't necessarily about the program. It was about the people inside the program that made me decide, because they've been such big supporters for what I do. I wanted to be there for them and supporting them as well. And I already do. Mainly I already do, like with your videos, with Lurker's videos, with anybody that does videos within the P3 program, I'm always sharing out. And then on top of that, when you guys signed up with Parapost Network Central, and some of you are doing Parapost International, it was my way to give back, to be part of this program.
Very nice. And
I know it was long-winded, and I apologize for that.
No, it's fine.
Yeah, so.
The more you two talk, the less I have to. And that makes a better show.
That does make a better show.
And I don't have notes on this one, so I'm lost here.
There you go.
Well, no, and I will say we are definitely honored to have you both. And
thank you.
I know you both have been through your own struggles. I really do. And Brian, we've spoken in depth about a lot of it. James, I know what you've been through, just through other people and from what you've told me. And honestly, I'm excited to see the change. And we'll be honest. Brian, you've been with the P3 for a while now as a supporter, but you know as well as I do, once you sign that contract or the agreement, it's different. It's a new role, a new feel. You're a part of that family. And
God, I can't believe she just said that. What the heck?
That's love right there.
Oh my God.
What up, IG? But we all have, like, when you join P3, and I don't know what it is, and it's, by the way, it's nothing that I've designed. This program is designed for the teams and the people joining to run it, not me. I could, you guys do your own thing. I'm just here to support. And everybody's had some sort of growth once they started with the P3. Like, for example, Anna was just like James. She came on the show. We were talking about it. She goes, I want to join. I want to be a part of this. She signed. Next thing you know, she's everywhere. She's on like 30, 40 podcasts a week, and that's the growth. And I'm excited to see where it goes with you two. And I know, Brian, you're on a lot of shows just like I am, but I'd love to see James out on different podcasts now. Get him on, tell his story, see what he's about, start networking.
That's what I was saying that before the show. Like this, I've spoken to James a lot, especially watching Patty's videos when she has a live going on or a video going on. So we've had the opportunity to speak a few times. So it was really nice to finally get the chance to see him face to face. And then I even support him more because he's wearing a KISS shirt, for God's sakes. Like Jesus. Like I don't know if you've noticed, but recently on TikTok, there have been a lot of videos on Shannon and Mr. KISS himself in little clips, and I think it's funny. I was watching one actually today, and then obviously he's wearing his KISS shirt and stuff like that. So.
Well, it was just weird. I was just going through the closet, and it's like, I'm just going to grab this KISS shirt and throw it on.
Yes.
It's funny. I saw one the other day that you're mentioning about the KISS. And Gene and them were all backstage, and I guess it was a son or somebody brought a bag of those insects, those candied and freeze-dried insects, and they were wanting them to try all this stuff. So they had the guys sitting there like, I'm not fucking eating that. I'm not eating that. He pulled out a freaking tarantula that was huge. And I'm like, no.
Well, I can't. I saw a video of their son. I can't recall his name. What's their son's name?
Gene,
not Gene's, Gene and Shannon's son. What's his name? Anyways, I saw a video of him yesterday, and I can't believe how much he's changed. Like he's got super long hair now, and like obviously in his late 20s,
as tall as
30s.
Gene as well.
Oh,
holy
my goodness,
crap.
He's like completely changed from when the TV show was on, and which was unfortunately reality drama crap. But I just can't believe how much he's changed. But we're getting way off topic here, and that was the mention of the kids.
Nick Simmons.
Welcome.
That's it. Yeah, Nick. Yeah. So,
but one last thing on the KISS thing. You got to sell them, James, where you got it, because I think what you told me was freaking. It's great. It's great.
Is. I'm not one of those people that just buy a band shirt. Where if I'm wearing the shirt, I listen to the band. But I was at Walmart and I actually got this for $3.74.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
Wow.
And usually they're about $12.
Yeah,
$12-15.
I got this one and a Pink Floyd.
Well, there you go.
$3.74.
Oh, yeah.
And 90% of it went to Gene Simmons.
Yeah.
Yep.
90% of the
Yeah. The Walmart got 10%.
So James, just to get everyone a little bit into your mindset, what do you have next? What do you got going on in your world? What can we see from you soon?
Well, I was actually having a discussion with Marcos. He's in the chat. We're thinking about a podcast that's done a little bit differently. Of course, it's going to be with a true crime aspect for me with the paranormal, and Marcos is a psychologist. So he's going to give a psychological view on things as well. It's kind of a mishmax of that, because one of the things that the true crime aspect has always fascinated me, and I don't know if you guys know about it, but it's the Katy Cabin murders. Yeah. It happened in 1981. It was just really weird. It was very similar to what happened in Amityville.
Okay.
The mother, son, and the son's friend were murdered in the house. And there were three boys in the next room who didn't hear a thing.
Wow.
Yeah.
That would be an interesting podcast, doing a podcast on people that were killed by spirits.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, there has been, I don't know about recently, but there has been few cases like obviously, exorcisms and stuff like that, we all know are very brutal on whoever is possessed, and some have passed on. But there's been some that have just like they don't know. The autopsy reports literally say unknown, unknown cause of death.
It's interesting.
And it makes you wonder that if maybe some of these spirits are doing it. Can they do it?
And then even taking it a step further than that, people getting lost in the forest and never reappearing.
Yeah.
Are they being killed by a Bigfoot?
Yeah.
Same thing with UFOs.
The one that I'm really interested in, and if somebody does a podcast about it, please let me know because I want to see it, is missing time. There have been a lot of reports, mainly aircraft, but there's been some ships too that, they leave or whatever. They go missing for even years, hours, and then they show up later and they still think it's, only been a few minutes. I want to know, what's going on with that, because there has to be something. There has to be something, because you can't tell me it's only been. I mean, think of in nautical history in the sea. A lot of ships have reported missing hours, months.
Yeah, that would be interesting. I'm assuming with all this said and done, James and your partner, your other host, that Mr. James Dawson will be coming to Parapost Network Central to do his podcast.
That could happen, yeah. And I want to point
that could happen, or that's going to happen.
And I wanted to point out too what Aaron just said, the death of John Bell. I'm actually a descendant of Kate Batts, the Bell Witch herself.
No kidding.
So there's two different stories to what really happened, and of course everybody knows the legend that she was attacking and all of this stuff, but there was a lot more to the story. And if you've seen the film An American Haunting, that's the legend that's on my side of the family of what really happened, because John
going back to Parapost Network Central.
Not that we're twisting your arm or anything like that.
I want you to feel the pressure that I felt for the last 6 months.
All right.
No, but in all seriousness, I hope you do it. It sounds like it will be a pretty cool podcast, and I hope you're open to coming over to Parapost Network Central and starting that up, because I think you'd be a great addition to the page. That's my opinion.
Agreed. Now, we all know Brian has a lot on his plate, but I want to shout out a couple things. First and foremost, Through the Lens. You'll be you guys are doing a show tomorrow.
Yeah, we have the Patrol coming on.
That's right. I knew they were coming up soon.
Yep.
At 4 p.m. Eastern time. You can see them on YouTube, Parapost Network Central, but you can see them everywhere. And you'll definitely, if you're seeing this show, you will see it. Well, maybe not the YouTube side. I'll share out the link on the YouTube side to make sure you guys get a chance to see it as well.
Yeah, we get a lot of views. We get a lot of views through Facebook. We're getting hundreds and hundreds of views through Facebook, but YouTube is another story. But again, we're not here to. We're not here to. We'd like our YouTube channel to go up. I mean, but at the end of the day, it's about the show, and it's about the people that we bring on.
I was just gonna say, you and I are in the same mindset with that one, and I think most of us in the P3 are. Who cares if we get monetized? Who cares if we get money from it? It's more about, I would rather bring new teams like the one I had on last night. That was their very first podcast ever. They've been around since like 2011, I think. Yeah, they were saying
good show.
And I would love to bring them on and introduce them to these, shows and these communities and our groups with thousands of people seeing them. I mean, how cool would that be if you're a new group starting out and the host, you go on to a show and they say, we usually get anywhere from, couple thousand to maybe 1 million views. That I mean, it's going to be intimidating, but that would be really cool to know that millions of people have heard your name and you just started out and you have a support network.
Yeah, exactly.
like some of the things that we've got going on. Sean Kelly, I had him on Paraprop podcast on Monday. I was on his show. Minutes after the show ended, they're him and his producer were talking, and they're like, "Oh yeah, we've had, it was kind of a night, but it was 600,000," and I'm like, 600,000 just heard my dumb ass. They're like, yeah, I went, uh-oh. Do I quit now? No, but that'd be really cool for a new investigator, a new group to come out and see that stuff. The other thing I want to hit on, Brian, is something that I know is really close to home for you and me and many others in the P3, and that's the global ghost hunt. So first of all, talk about it a little bit for those who, I know we got some new people in the room here. Talk about it a little bit. Here, right from the source. We'll talk with the source.
Talk with the source, AJ.
Robin, I got
Robin. I'm glad. I will say I saw some pictures today of Robin out and about at what looks like to be a bar. So
saw that.
That's nice to see, and I wish him nothing but the best. And obviously, he's part of the administration staff. He did step away for a little bit, but he will be back, and look forward to having him back because he deserves to be here. Global Ghost Hunt in a nutshell is an event that will be over 10 days in May and October. So there are a total of 20 days that teams can sign up for this event and get their 2 hours of fame, because this will be going global, and the live streaming and even the recordings of lives. If people don't have Wi-Fi or can't get internet within the location, they can send it to us and we will put it up during those 10 days so they can get their fame. And it's about growing these teams that deserve to be up here. And because we're, and we talked about this before we came on live, that a lot of these upper echelon YouTubers that have 3 to 4 million subscribers, and they're faking their videos. And then you see the real paranormal investigators out there doing the real work, and they have 200 subscribers, and tired of seeing that, as you both know. And it's unfortunately, that's a whole other show. Anyhow, so and it's also about the locations as well, because there's a lot of locations out there that we've had locations sign up that nobody's heard of. And these locations are trying to get out in the mass market of telling people that their place is haunted, and they want investigators to come out and investigate their place so they can be booked every weekend or every day and stuff like that. So they're not closing their doors because they can't keep it open, or it's being vandalized and then they can't take care of it. Somebody comes along. Obviously, we all know there's jerks out there that will come along and throw rocks at their window and break it. And unfortunately, they can't afford to get new windows or whatever the reason may be. So it's also about saving these locations as well. And it's going to be a great event. And hopefully we'll have more teams and locations signing up. We did have another team sign up today, and he is in the room. And Todd and Marissa signed up today, and they will be filming the Hinsdale house.
Yeah, now, Todd, we need to talk, Todd.
I spoke to Todd today, and I'm glad he's doing the Hinsdale house. I don't have a problem with these more popular places coming in and doing, and the investigators doing them. It's great. Nothing wrong with it. But really what I really want to get more unknown locations signed up. Like James was talking about one before we came on live that I didn't know about, but he's going to reach out to them and see if they can get involved. So really it's an event to help support teams and support locations. And that's what it's really about. It's nothing more, nothing less. And I'm a big believer, and that's why P3 program, I joined the P3 program. I'm a big believer in supporting people that deserve to be supported.
100%.
And there's a lot of us out there fighting for that support. And why not join a group where you're going to get support from 26, 27 other groups. And so the event is obviously coming up in May. And if you are a believer in this, I'm on the fence about it. If you are a believer in this, the thinning of the veil starts on May 5th.
Mm-hmm.
So what an excellent time to get in there and get your team into a location to do this investigation. So it's going to be a lot of fun. It's been a lot of hard work up to this point. There's people in the room that know this. Matt, you know this. And we are going to make it successful. And in a couple of years, people are going to look back and they're going to say, wow, I was in the first global ghost hunt, and see where it is today. So,
and I'm honestly confused on why people wouldn't want to be a part of the first, because I mean, we look at any events, let's say what one, let's look at Woodstock, for example.
Yeah.
Woodstock became infamous, huge, even. How cool would it be to say that you were at the first? Not saying Global Ghost Hunt is going to extremely take off. I hope it will. And I know myself, Brian, and everybody in the admin staff will. We will do everything we can to make sure that happens. But for me, if I'm an outsider, if I'm an investigator, whether I have a team or not, if I love investigating, I'm doing it. Because I can sit there and say years down the road, I was there. I saw that. I was a part of the first one, and here's the proof. And that's the cool thing, because the hardest part is signing up for these teams. These teams and locations, the hardest part is signing up. And BGH Live, we just did a video on how to sign up with Lex, Nando, and myself. And we showed how easy it really is.
Yeah.
And
I get, I've heard from a lot of teams through private messengers saying they want to see what happens with the first one, and then they'll sign up for the second one. And I get that. I get you want to see what happens. But as Matt said, why not be part of the first one to get out there and, look back on it and say, wow, I was part of the first global ghost hunt, and look where it is today. And but like I said, I get why people are waiting to see what the first one is going to be like. And, I have no problems with that. We already had a team sign up for October.
Yep.
So, it's going to be a great event. Obviously, nothing's perfect. Nothing's perfect. Well, we've had bumps and bruises along the way since I started this, and we're still going to have bumps and bruises. Yeah. But, the admin staff are doing their best to make sure that doesn't happen. But we're not perfect either. And people, if you're looking for perfection, unfortunately, you're not gonna have it. But we're gonna do our best to make sure that the Global Ghost Hunt event goes off without any issues. So.
Well, and here's the other thing. And if you are a team out there that is waiting till the second one to join up, which is perfectly fine, something to think about too. The May event, I'm going to stay positive with this. The May event will go well. We are set up for success. Once everybody sees that, there may not be room in October.
Yeah.
You might have to wait till next year. So why not jump on board now?
Yeah. Yeah.
Just saying.
And I think it's important to know too that, I said this right from the beginning to the admin staff. Anybody that joins is going to be a part of the Global Ghost Hunt. And what I mean by that is, a lot of people don't know, and people that are watching for the very first time, we on the actual website, we are going to have a page strictly for the teams, that are doing the live videos, which means that once you do your investigation, we are going to reach out to you and ask you to send a 5 to 10 minute video of your investigation. Send it to us. We are going to put it on the website, and you are going to be there always.
Yep.
So anytime that somebody goes to the website and goes to that directory or goes to that page, they're going to see your video, and they're going to come over to your YouTube or whatever and follow you and subscribe to you, and if they like you. And I need people to understand that right now we are getting thousands and thousands of views on the website. Like through Google Analytics, we are getting thousands of views, which really for a brand new site is unheard of. And, and you are going to be seen. You are going to be part of the page. And, this is what I said from the beginning. If people sign up, they're always going to be a part of it.
Yep.
They are going to have that little piece of the pie when it comes to the Global Ghost Hunt. And I think it's important. Now, with the other event, that doesn't happen. It's like you do the event, that's it. See you later. We'll see you at the next one. No, that's not what I want. What I want is you guys to be on the website there always. And if we have 6,000 after 2 years, 7,000 on that page, you still be there. But what we're going to do is we're going to have a directory, which means that if your investigation starts with a B, people will click on that B, and all the teams with B will be there, ready to be viewed and watched. And hopefully, the goal is for them to go over to your YouTube and either watch the rest of the video or watch your other videos. This is how you grow. And, the team, and I told this to the team too, you will grow organically from this. And I think it's important to note that. And I can't stress it enough that, obviously me being the owner of it, I'm biased and I'm going to push for it. I get that. But if you want to grow and if you want to be in a global event, now is the time to do it, because I know people struggle to get views. You work hard on your video. You work hard on setup, your investigation, and editing that video, and you get 10 views on your video on YouTube. This way, you're going to get a hell of a lot more views on your videos, which honestly, and I'm sorry for saying this, and I'm going to say this, which you fucking deserve. For the amount of time and effort that you put into your videos, you should be seen. And that's what I'm looking for when it comes to the Global Ghost Hunt. It was long-winded and all that stuff, but I'm me, James, and Matt, and people on the admin staff and people in the room. We all have a passion for the paranormal, and it needs to be shown. And what better way to do it with the Global Ghost Hunt?
100%. And what I really love about it, and I think James will agree with me on this, every time I love when you speak about Global Ghost Hunt, not just because you're promoting it out, but because I see that passion.
That's what I was about to say.
And that's what I love about it. Like, a lot of people may think that it's money driven. No, you can see it and hear it in your voice. It's passion. You mean what you say. And that's why I've supported everything you've done, thus far, because it's not. And I want people to understand that if you sign up for the Global Ghost Hunt, yes, there is a fee. But that's for the Global Ghost Hunt stuff. None of us are getting paid for this. Myself, no. I'm the consultant for the Global Ghost Hunt, and I'm not getting paid $1. I'm not. I'm really not. Honest to God, not getting paid anything. Why? Because I believe in what this is really for, and why we're doing this is for the right reasons. Yeah. And I want to see that growth. I want to be able to see and look back and be like, I was a part of that. Yeah. And something that's not really talked about a lot. I don't know if it's on our end or what, but the merchandise. Marcus Welly from Minnesota Spirit Hunters has been putting out great merch, and I'm trying to tease him and trying to twist his arm to get GGH live merch out, but I don't know.
Well, I want to give credit to a couple of people.
Yeah, go for it.
First, Marcus, because of what he's done with the merch that's on the website, if you want to go check it out. But I want to give another shout out to somebody else who's in the room right now, and that's Aaron. And it's funny that you put him up. He did the new logo, or helped with the new logo, did the new logo for Global Ghost Hunt, which will go on to the merchandise. I will say that I spent months looking for that font, and months, and I finally found it. And so we changed the Global Ghost Hunt. We took out the Earth, but it will still be in the videos and other areas of Global Ghost Hunt. But I want to thank I want to thank Aaron for what he's done, because I've seen the videos that are going to be going out on February 5th. And people have seen them that have been watching or following Global Ghost Hunt. They're great, and he's doing an amazing job. And I'm glad he's part of this team. I'm glad. I believe it was Matt that mentioned Aaron. I believe it was you that told me we should try to get Aaron on board. I'm sure it was you.
Yeah.
But anyways, but you know, Aaron, thank you for what you've done so far. I'm not into the pizza thing today. I'm sorry. It was funny. It's, you know, it's over and done with, but no, I'm just kidding. But but I want to thank Aaron for what he's done, because he's done wonderful things. And just to let everybody else know, there are new videos coming out and Todd is in the room as well. And I want people to know about Todd, because Todd is with Relatively Paranormal Equipment. And he makes fantastic equipment, especially if you're into the SLS or the XLS pieces of equipment. And if you want to go over to his website, He sells the equipment. Todd and Marissa have just become partners with Global Ghost Hunt, which means that their stuff are going on to the Global Ghost Hunt website, and they're also going on. And I know, Todd, we are going to announce it next week, but we will do it next week as well, but for his show. But it's also going on Parapost. He is a supporter of Parapost Network, the app, so he's on there as well. And he's going to be on there. His equipment's going to be on there. And the biggest problem I've had over this time with having Parapost Network and now with Global Ghost Hunt is finding somebody I could trust that has merchandise. Because unfortunately, I've had a couple of people on Parapost Network app that were, again, in it for the wrong reasons. And they grew their merchandise by a lot, and they disappeared. With Todd, I trust Todd. I trust Marissa. I love them both. They're great people, and I'm going to be heading down sometime this year to investigate with them. So I'm glad he's on board. And so if you're looking for equipment, please go over to Relatively Paranormal Facebook page and click on their link. Go to their website and look at their equipment, because Todd has a passion for this industry like nobody I've known. And I told Todd the other day when I was on the meeting with him and Aaron, and correct me if I'm wrong, guys, please. Does Todd not remind you of the Shamrock guy?
Yes. I didn't even put it together, but now I have ideas.
I believe
That's
it's
dangerous.
the Shamrock.
Yeah,
Is it called
dangerous.
the Shamrock, that cloth? The guy that sells that? Yeah.
ShamWow.
No,
ShamWow.
ShamWow. We had a laugh
ShamWow.
about that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Now
I'm
I
glad Todd's
have
on board on Global
ideas.
Ghost Hunt and Parapost Network Central, or Parapost Network, the app. And so that's awesome. And it's really about, at the end of the day, it's about everybody that's, like I said earlier, everybody that's getting involved has a piece of that pie. And I want them to grow as teams, as people that take care of merchandise. But wait, there's more. Yes. Yes, there is actually. And people will find out that later on down the road. But anyways, I went off there again. And but you're right, Matt. Like, the passion I have for this is way up there. I have so much passion. I've made so many great friends in this industry, and I want to help them. I want to help them grow, and I want to help them succeed. That's it. And I've met so many great people. I've had the opportunity to meet James today, and like I said earlier, we've talked on Patty's Lives and stuff like that. But I've got to meet him face to face, and which is great. And I just think it's an event in Parapost Network and Parapost Central and Parapost International and Through the Lens. If people can't tell what I'm trying to do, then, you know, there is something mentally wrong with you. You know, and I'm a big supporter in supporting other people. So
That's awesome. And like I stated earlier, I'm really excited. I'm really excited for, both of you. For both of you we got going on. I mean, when I first met Brian, I could see it. I could see the passion, I could see the drive, and I could almost envision what he's trying to do. And to see the growth from starting Parapost to now, it's like night and day. And now I'm even more excited because now you're in the P3 as a family member.
Yeah.
And now I want to see that growth even more. And James, when we first met, you were a little introverted. You reminded me a lot of like Squeakers in that sense. There, I'll say backstage. I'll stay,
Yeah.
but see you in front of the camera, see you smiling, hearing that you're getting in this podcast started up. I'm excited.
Oh, thank you.
I'm really excited because, again, P3 is there for different things, but the main thing is support and to see that growth from everybody. And I'm excited. I'm excited for you both. And it's an honor to have you both and call you brothers. So welcome.
Brother from another mother, right?
That's it. That's it. Exactly. So I do want to say something before we leave. We went on a tangent. There's somebody in the room right now that just commented that already knows when I say I have an idea to run the other way. And it's not Aaron. Aaron knows that. And that's Shannon Rogers. Yes. If for those who don't know, when I say I have an idea, either something really bad is about to happen, something really twisted, or it's something good. You just got to wait and find out what happens.
Either way,
and I will say also, I'm glad that Shannon is on Parapost Network Central now as well. I look forward to all her shows down the road. And I think her show is great. And let's see what happens with Shannon, because I see good things for her as well. And she seems very nice. I've only talked to her a little bit, but I'm looking forward to getting to know her more. And this is what it's about, guys. This is what it's all about. And I love giving people the opportunity to come on to Parapost Network Central and showing what they have, because I truly believe that where a lot of people on the page right now are great, and they're only growing, which is what I believe we need to do to help people and support them. So
agreed. And actually, Shannon will be on the Paraprod podcast on Monday.
Oh, really? Okay.
Oh, yeah. So
I missed my opportunity for the CC's show, your wife's show, and you guys got to invite me back.
Squeakers, since you're in the room, Squeaks, Squeakers is the co-host of Creepy Cryptids. For those who don't know, that is my wife and Squeakers' show. They host it together, do a phenomenal job. Both introverts, but they do a great job. And it's all about cryptids, extraterrestrials, Wicca, whatever you want. The metaphysical, that's what it's about. And yours truly likes to pop in, make a cameo every now and then, because her studio is literally right here next to me. Like literally, I'm touching her chair right now.
Yeah, I was supposed to be on there last week, and unfortunately, I was under the weather.
Hey, that's
I really want to get on there, so
that's understandable.
But support you guys.
Squeaks, do you guys have a guest? Get you on this week, this next week. There we go. This next week. I love you, Squeaks. So Monday, are you available Monday?
Not this Monday, the following Monday. Is that what she means?
No, if I speak Squeakers like I think I do, she means in 2 days.
Yeah.
Yeah, I should be good.
Okay. I speak Squeakers. Yeah. I love Squeak. But no, I'm really excited. I'm really excited for all this, and I'm
exactly. Lord help us all when Matt gets an idea.
Either way, just freaking run if he gets an idea. Just run. Just go ahead and get the head start.
If I say I have an idea and I don't giggle afterwards, you're fine. If I giggle, run.
Well, I can tell you this much: if I see a podcast and James on there, and he's doing a podcast and he's not on Parapost Network, there are going to be issues.
We'll get our sister, the para thug, Beth Allen, after you.
Well, we'll also get Patty after him too.
Oh,
There
yeah.
you go, too. The para thug and the paranormal queen. Oh, James, you done messed up, boy.
Yes.
But again, guys, if you haven't already, go check out Through the Lens. Go check out everything that Brian has listed right there. He's got a resume. It's freaking huge. And I always love having him on because in the description, it goes from like this much to, yeah, you got to scroll down there. But I love it. But go check him out. Check out everything he's doing. And James will definitely let us know when you get this podcast. And if you need anything in the meantime, reach out. We're more than happy to help out any way we can. And then whenever that thing airs, we'll get it going. We'll get it going.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong. Mr. Scott C. Wilson has a show on, or is doing a show on Parapost Network Central now. Wow.
That's our brother, Scotty.
Did that start this week, or is it starting soon?
Nope, that started this past Monday.
Yep.
This past Monday, the Paranormal Jackass, and it's AZZ. And so if you don't like the word ass, it's as definitely technically, but anyway. But yeah, it's basically, if you've seen the show Jackass, it's like that, but paranormal. Talking paranormal while getting shot with paintballs, tased, whatever else he wants to do.
Are there small people involved?
Well,
Are there little people involved?
Him.
Really?
He's like 5 foot nothing.
No, I'm talking about actual little people.
No, I don't know.
You probably just gave him an idea.
Well, that's what's on the Jackass movie, right?
We'll find out. I don't know with him. You never know with Scotty. I love Scotty to death.
Yeah.
That is the correct term, right? Little people?
I think so, yeah.
I think so.
Yeah, okay.
If it's not an undersized person.
Well, no, like if you're watching on, he's 5'1". Good Lord.
You put shoes on, big whoop.
That is small. No, little people like on TLC. Little people, big world. So I'm assuming
little people.
Right? So Scott is technically a little person, being 5'1".
And by the way, guys, if you ever meet Scotty, never wear shorts. Don't wear shorts. He will hump your leg. And I have video proof of that. Oh, yeah, I have video proof. I'll have to send it to you. But I got vertically challenged. There we go.
So what does the shorts and the humping of the leg have to do with each other?
Well, I don't want his stuff touching my leg.
Oh, okay.
I want to wear pants.
Wow, okay. Well, this is going in a different direction.
Hey, he's even thinking about it. But
need the thumbnail for the Flyers.
Huh.
What thumbnail?
Cool.
Need the thumbnail for the Flyers. What's that?
For what, Shannon? For Monday? I don't do them. I don't do thumbnails. I just go live.
You do thumbnail. No, Sarah does your thumbnails, right?
Yeah, she does it for the Bear Crew. See, squeaker. I always say this. Everybody needs a squeakers for their show. She schedules for me. She does the thumbnails. She promotes. She keeps my ass in line. Well, tries to. But
or is she talking about me sending the logos for a Parapost?
We man.
Shannon, get in contact.
I thought I sent them to her already. Small logo to put on the Flyers. Oh, so she needs the Parapost logos. Just send me your email address in the in private, and then I'll get those out right after I get off the show.
Scotty is gearing up for New Orleans.
I thought I already sent them. My apologies. I'm sorry. She's typing while she's in the shower. Well, that's dedication to watch this show. I can tell you that much.
Right. I appreciate it.
And there's Jen Jacobs. Nice seeing you, Jen.
Much love, Scott. Have a great day.
Jen Jacobs.
I can't wait. I can't wait.
I think actually knitting in a chair for the next 6 hours would be good at avoiding doing taxes. That's for damn sure.
I'm excited. Jen has 2 really good events coming up this year, and yours truly will be at one of them. She's got
that was just dumb in itself to invite this guy.
and I'm going to be the official podcaster, as she calls it. Yeah. But yeah,
Jen must have been desperate.
Mm-hmm. That's what I said.
No, it's a good thing having you there. You have a lot to give, and it's about time, Raymond. For God's sakes, where the hell have you been?
Right?
Jesus,
It's only been an hour, Raymond. Damn. But she's pulling a Howard, Squeaker says.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, the women's para retreat, Jen is hosting, and I'm excited for that one. That one looks like it's going to be a lot of fun. I support that one 112%. I think that's a great purpose and a great thing to do. And I will be at the men's retreat. I can't wait for that. And Jen and I are going to be doing a show about it. We're going to be doing a show about all this and promoting her events out. And it's coming. It's coming.
Yeah. I can do it virtually if you want to, Jen.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if people don't know Jen Jacobs, one, she's part of the Global Ghost Hunt staff in the volunteers area. Second thing is Jen Jacobs was part of the Women Investigate too. I believe, was she there or she had to? Can't recall.
She was there, but she was having internet problems that night.
Yeah.
And
so she was part of the show that we did in January called Women Investigate too.
Mm-hmm.
James, you knew about that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So so me and Matt, sorry, was taking a nap before break. I thought you spent 24 hours a day just on Facebook, on podcasts.
No excuse, Raymond.
No excuse, buddy. So we are planning to do another one. It's just a matter of finding time to sit down and decide who we're going to have on. So yeah, there you go. She was on.
Brian just doesn't want to have meetings with me every day again.
Well, good Lord. Good Lord. When we did it the first time, it was like every day. It was something. There was one day that we spent I think it was close to 3 hours trying to figure out questions we were going to ask for each guest.
I think we split that up in even 2 days. Even.
Oh my God. It was like, okay, dude, I need to get offline with you. It's like too much. So no, I'm just kidding. But no,
even an hour with me myself is too much.
That was a lot. That was a lot, but definitely well worth it.
Oh yeah.
For the amount of people and connections that we made. And getting these people out there in the field because they deserve it. And, there were a lot of highlights during that show and a lot of great highlights. And everybody was great that was on the show. But there are certain things that stick out to me when I have to admit, my biggest one was, there was one, I won't say names, but there was a big one that really, and I was a huge fan of hers. And she was on the show. I couldn't believe she was on the show. And yeah, it was a great show. So we're definitely going to be doing another one down the road. It's just a matter of when. Probably we'll hit the podcast market, probably 2026, because there's so much going on right now. No, I'm just kidding. That's 3 years away, for God's sake. It's going to be
It'll take us that long just to plan the damn thing.
Yeah, exactly. So, yeah. And then it ended up being 3 hours.
Yes.
And we were only thinking it was going to be 2.
Yeah, we actually had to cut it. We had to cut it short. We could have kept going.
Yeah, and there was one guest that didn't show up because she was on the road. I think that was Karen.
Yes,
I think that was Karen Frey, and she was going to an investigation that night. But Patty Starr, having Patty Starr was incredible.
Do you know who it was for me? And
that's who one of the people was, one of my favorites that stood out.
The one for me that stood out, and it wasn't anything in particular she was saying or who she even is. It's how she presented herself, and that was Satori.
Yeah.
Satori Haas.
Yeah.
For those who don't know, that's Jason Haas's daughter.
Yeah.
I was thinking, I didn't know if she was going to be, preppy or, talk just about, oh, well, I do this. Oh, well, we do that. We do that. She was so down to earth, so mellow, so polite, so professional. And I think Cody made an appearance. He made a cameo in that.
He walked by or he threw something or I can't recall.
And it was just like somebody on one of our panels. It was just like, she was literally just like everybody else that we deal with. And that was really cool to me. to sit there and be in the public spotlight like that and to maintain who you are, you got my respect.
You know, another person that stood out to me as well was Sherry.
Cherie Marie,
from Ghost Hunters.
Yep.
And she was great too. And there were a lot of people that stood out, but the one for me personally was Patty Starr.
Yep.
And a fan of hers. And when I spoke to her for the first time, I'll be honest, I was a little bit nervous.
Yeah.
I was a little bit nervous to talk to her. And I was a little bit nervous to talk to, you know, a few people that were on the show. And which is weird in itself. I don't often get nervous or starstruck by people because I'm in, you know, the acting world. But yeah, it was just, there was so much on that show and so much going on. And we had so many great people on there. Like PETA was on there as well, her and Jen.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, obviously Angelina and Christina were on there. And that's where it all began from. And a lot of people don't know this. Something happened with Angelina and Christina on an investigation. And that's where it began. And from their experience with a tour guide that unfortunately came on to Christina. And that happens a lot in the industry when it comes to women. And we just wanted to show the power that women have in this industry as well. It's just not about the men. And
of course we were. Of course we were, Jen.
Jen.
I'm just trying to hold back. I'm trying to hold back my emotion. I was crying. I was so excited.
Yeah. And, you know, and I got the opportunity to have a lot of discussions with Satori before she came on. And she's a great person. And, you know, it's funny, like even, you know, I've been out and about, and I'm not here tooting my own horn. I've been out and about, and because I've done so much TV show here in Canada, you know, I'm out and about, people recognize me and stuff like that. And, you know, and we put on our pants just the same way as everybody else, you know, and yeah, I was a little bit starstruck with Satori and Patty and other people on the panel, but, you know, they're just great, normal people like us. And it was a lot of fun, and I look forward to doing it again. And I look forward to seeing who we're going to have on. You know, that's going to be the great thing.
I'm excited. I'm definitely excited.
Maybe we'll look at June. What do you think, June?
This June?
You say like it's a bad thing.
I mean, we can. I mean, we you know, you and I have pulled some tricks out of our asses, but I mean,
it's a lot, isn't it?
That is quite a lot.
It's a lot.
I mean, that's 5 months. 5 months you're talking.
Yeah. Well, we know how to do it because
it's
we
doable
did it the first time, right? So
yeah, it's
just a matter of who we're going to get on the show. And I got some people in mind who I'd like to bring on. And if they come on, I think it's going to be an amazing show like the other one was. Because I got people in mind. My brain is always going. My brain is always going. Wanted to what's next?
Right.
You know? Yeah.
Well, I know there's been a lot of want and request for a Women Investigate again.
Yeah.
We need to do it again.
And actually, here's a great segue to it. Women Investigate 2. As in part 2.
Yeah.
So we actually put TWO.
Or even just put the number. Women Investigate and then the number 2.
Yeah.
I like
so
that.
There's kind of hidden messages in there,
Ooh, I like
Led
that.
Zeppelin in their music.
There you go.
I said that because he's wearing the Kiss shirt.
I was just going to say, so James, now we got to get you a Led Zeppelin shirt.
My mom was a huge Led Zeppelin fan, and I'm actually named after Jimmy Page and Robert Plant.
Oh, there you go. That's awesome.
All right, guys. Well, I have to get going, sadly. I'd love to sit here and hang out, but I have 20 minutes before the Wicked consultant gets off work, and I still have packing to do for our field trip to see Fedora. But I do want to say thank you so much for joining me today. And again, it's an honor to have you both. I'm really, really excited. Really excited to see what you guys are all about and what's going on.
Even though he's being sarcastic. That's got sarcasm written all over it.
From him, yeah.
Yeah.
From him, yeah.
You know, that's one person I would definitely bring on. is for Women Investigate too.
Marissa.
Is Marissa. Yeah. I'd bring her on for sure.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
So, well, guys, thank you again so much for joining me today. It's been a privilege. And once we get the new P3 video out, these guys will be in it, will be featured, and you guys will see it. So, you guys want to shout anything out before we get going?
I think I'm good.
Yeah.
Everybody knows.
Yeah.
Everybody knows.
Everybody knows.
So I'm going to actually close out tonight with a closing video that I think, in all honesty, started a lot of this. And that's the one that Fedora himself made for me. Little blast from the past. So I think there's only just one thing. And I will say this. You guys will be seeing some live videos this weekend from yours truly, hanging out with Fedora. We're out and about. We're going to go to a couple locations, do a couple of different things. So you'll be able to see some lives.
Parapost?
Maybe we'll get some, of course.
Parapost? Okay.
Of course.
Just making sure.
Of course.
Just making sure.
Of course.
Just making sure.
And I'll get some footage together. Maybe we'll do some kind of video. I don't know. We'll do something that's not live for once. Who knows what I'm going to come up with, but I just want to say thank you all for the Mr. Fedora. Yeah, JWoww, I'm coming up to your neck of woods too, so you better be there. I'll find you. I have a fedora. I will find you, and I'll find the leaflet.
Do I have a fedora? No, I don't think so.
I think we need to. We need to start the fedora trend.
Yeah.
But
the Fedora podcast. Everybody's wearing fedoras on the podcast every show.
The Fedorable podcast.
There you go.
The Fedorable podcast.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I'll talk to him about it. But all right, guys, we'll catch up with everybody later. Have a great rest of your day. Have fun. Stay safe. And as always, guys, happy hauntings.